Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, Alec Baldwin's birthday is April 3rd. Planet of the Apes and 2001. We know what happened in 2001. The twins fell. 2001: A Space Odyssey, USA release date on a Wednesday, April 3rd, 1968. 68 is Antichrist in reverse reduction gematria. It is his name with the middle initial in reverse reduction gematria, so it's a match. His name is a match to Antichrist. Uh, with the number 68, that's why they did MLK in 68, RFK Jr. in 68 events. They did the Heidi Bowl, the right eye utterly darkened Raiders playing the Jets. Jets brought down the Twins. Jet engine killed Donnie Darko. On 11/17, per the Bible verse Zechariah 11/17, the right eye utterly darkened Raiders play the Jets in the Heidi game, the Heidi Bowl. You can Google Heidi Bowl; it'll come right up on Wikipedia. Very famous. The Raiders Jets game on 11/17 per the Bible verse Zechariah 11/17. And in the movie Groundhog Day, on the movie marquee, it said Heidi 2. And there was no Heidi 2 movie. There was no sequel. It is just, they just meant the next 11/17 to the 68. And Alec Baldwin, born April 3rd, always playing him and played him with the Easter Bunny next to him. Let's bring up the Facebook real quick. So Frank the Rabbit was all about the right eye wound, the rabbit. And then Alec Baldwin on this particular Saturday Night Live. I've played the video many times. I've still got the clip unless I just recently erased it. You never know what the AI would do. But at the end of the skit, he says, I think I'm having a Donnie. Well, he goes, anybody see this rabbit? Because it just popped up all of a sudden. He goes, I think I'm having a Donnie Darko moment. And it mimicked that rabbit with our future Antichristos. So we here at Robert Langdon Technology, we like to joke because Robert Langdon looked at clues, 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 clues. And that's what we do. We look at clues because they give clues. They give a lot of fake breadcrumbs, clues. But at some point, and I might miss it, it's all the will of the Lord. But at some point, when it does happen, there's a lot of things that will have bounced off of it. I'm seeing a lot of personal ciphers, which I go by personal ciphers because the Lord um, ordains those. Of course, the Lord's ordained all things, but if it's a personal cipher, it has not run through Mystery Babylon, to put it bluntly. So there's a lot of personal ciphers that point to April 3rd. Again, Alec Baldwin's birthday. 2001: A Space Odyssey release on a Wednesday, per the TV series Wednesday, which had woe in every title, and woe begins the Zechariah 11:17 Bible verse. And Planet of the Apes was also released on the exact same day as 2001: A Space Odyssey with a USA release because they have different premiere dates or United Kingdom dates and so on and so forth. But both USA release dates were on a Wednesday, April 3rd, 2001. I'm sorry, 1968, 2001: Space Odyssey. And tomorrow the moon is in Scorpio at 12:11 in the afternoon. And let me see here. Yeah, 12:11 p.m. It goes from Libra to Scorpio. And remember, .007 doing shots with a scorpion. So when he's drinking the shots, now shots in their world, they would code shots. Doing shots as gunshots. And you see that scorpion right there, or Scorpio moon shot. And see, in Skyfall, he said his hobby was resurrection. And in Skyfall, he had a right eye wound. Doing shots, shot, Scorpio. So it's a big cipher that we always have to keep our right eye on, don't we? So anyway, let's get on with tonight's Bible study, the Thursday study. And I wouldn't do another Bible study, the Friday study, until tomorrow night. So it's interesting that if it did occur tomorrow, especially before the Bible study on Friday night, it would be very interesting that our study as we sync up the columns is simply on the eve of and would run through tomorrow until we put the next one up. It is the right eye taking place, the right eye wound taking place in Revelation, which is the white horse crowning event. So it's only 2 verses because we are syncing up the columns. Like we showed you yesterday, we're at 1806. The Thursday study, yeah, column 1, there it is, of 1806. And on the Hebrew study, it's page 1766. So we're syncing up the columns. So that's why it's only those 2 verses, because before that, I was just doing all the letters individually for proper teaching, and then did all of chapter 4 as it's kind of its own entity, and then chapter 5 as it stands alone, and then we sync up the columns. So it's only 2 verses. Always has been. You can go back to previous studies. So wouldn't it be interesting that this white horse crowning Bible verse is read on the same day that it's taking place? Revelation is 6:02 in Strauss Concordance, and this is Revelation 6:1 and 6:2. Anyway, so just 2 verses tonight. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard as it were a noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse. Now remember, Jesus comes in the clouds, and Jesus comes on his white horse to reclaim the bride. And the Antichrist also, because he's the anti-Jesus, just like Jesus came back from the dead, the anti-Jesus has seemingly returned from the dead at what is known as the abomination of desolation, which we'll get to in Revelation 13, good Lord willing. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And in Hebrews it says, I believe it's Hebrews 2:9, no, or Hebrews 9:2. Death, comma, crowned with glory. So death, comma, crowned. And here, this crowning is about his spiritual rising on the 3rd day, where Satan will possess the body, as Jesus's crowning was when he was raised from the dead. So this crown is given to him, not anything earned. And a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer, which then leads into the red horse, as we know it would kick off World War III. Let's now move over to our Hebrew study, which is a full column. And let's continue to let Max read it to us. 9:23. Let me sync it up for you. Hang on just a second.
When Moses had spoken precept to all the people according to the
All right,
law,
it'll be coming right up here.
he took the blood of calves and of goats
It was
with
therefore
water
necessary.
and scarlet wool and hyssop, and sprinkled both the book and all the people, saying, This is the blood of the testament which God hath enjoined unto you. Moreover, he sprinkled with blood both the tabernacle and all the vessels of the ministry. And almost all things are by the law purged with blood, and without shedding of blood is no remission. It was therefore necessary
There we go.
that the patterns of things in the heavens should be purified with these, but the heavenly things themselves with better sacrifices than these. For Christ
Again, this is all about Melchizedek and how Jesus was the high priest that, of course, was the true sacrifice, the true high priest, as all these others were just imitations. They weren't really fulfilling any significance.
is not entered into the holy places made with hands, which are the figures of the true, but into heaven itself, now to appear in the presence of God for us.
So this high
Nor yet that he should,
this high priest is in the presence of God, not just in a man-made temple.
for himself often, as the high priest entereth into the holy place every year with blood of others. For then must he often have suffered since the foundation of the world. But now once in the end of the world hath he appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself. And as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment, so Christ was once offered to bear the sins of many, and unto them that look for him shall he appear the second time without sin unto salvation.
All right, then we have one verse in 10.
Hebrews 10.
There we go.
For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect. For then would the
There we go.
and
Anyway,
not the very
I'm glad you're here. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.